A guy I know had nothing saved, not a little, nothing. The kind of nothing where the month ends and the money's just gone and you can't even explain where it went. Then one day, his car broke down. And for the first time in his adult life, he paid for the repair in cash from his own savings. No borrowing, no card, no panic. He told me it wasn't even about the car. It was the first time he'd ever handled a problem without going backwards. That's where I want to take you today. And it started with $20. Let me tell you something nobody admits about being broke. It's not the empty account that wears you down. It's the tiredness behind it. It's the way you flinch before you check your balance. It's the silent math you do in the checkout line, quietly moving one item back onto the shelf and pretending you didn't want it anyway. It's saying, "I'm busy this weekend," when the truth is you just can't afford to show up. And the advice never stops. Save more. Cut back. Track every dollar. That advice sounds easy when you already have money sitting there. When you don't, it just piles guilt on top of an already exhausting week. So today, I want to give you something different, something that works when you're starting from zero. It's called the $20 rule. It sounds too small to matter, and that's exactly why it works. But first, let's be clear about something. You are not broke because you're lazy. You are not broke because you lack willpower. And you are not broke because you bought a coffee. You are broke because nobody ever sat you down and explained how money actually behaves. Then the world handed you rent, bills, subscriptions, and rising prices all at once and said, "Good luck with that. Here's what's really going on." The cost of just existing, food, transport, a roof over your head, has climbed hard over the last few years. But the money coming in has barely moved. So people aren't overspending on luxury. They're spending more just to survive and then quietly blaming themselves for it. And here's the trap nobody names. When every dollar is already promised to something, saving feels impossible, not because you're weak, because there is genuinely nothing left. You can't pull savings out of empty. So what do most people do? They wait. When I earn more, I'll start. When things calm down, I'll save. When I'm finally comfortable, I'll get serious. That day never arrives, because the problem was never the amount. The problem is, the habit was never built. The $20 rule doesn't fix your income, it fixes your habit. And the habit is the only thing that changes the outcome. Now, you've probably tried saving before. Most people have. Maybe you set up an automatic transfer, 20% straight into savings, felt very responsible for about 3 days. Then a bill hit and you pulled it right back out, and you felt like you failed. Maybe you downloaded a budgeting app, entered your income, your neat little categories, your limits, lasted about a week. Then life happened. A birthday, a broken phone, a bad stretch. And the app became something you felt guilty even opening. Or someone told you to build a 6-month emergency fund, and you thought, "I can't even build a 6-day one." None of that advice is wrong. It's just built for people who are already stable, people who already have breathing room, already have the habit, already have a floor under their feet. It's advice for someone at level 5, handed to a person standing at level 0. What you need isn't a strategy. What you need first is a win. One small, repeatable, undeniable win that proves to your own brain, "I can actually do this." Here's the rule, as simple as I can make it. Every single time money comes in, a paycheck, a side gig, cash from a relative, anything at all, you move $20 into a separate account before you do anything else. Not after rent, not after groceries, not if there's something left over. First, $20 moves first. That's the whole thing. Now I know what you're thinking. $20 won't save me. That's nothing. And you're right. $20 by itself won't make you rich. That's not the point yet. Here's what it actually does. It draws a line between the money that runs your life and the money that's building your future. And that line is exactly what's been missing. When you move that 20 first, your brain is forced to handle everything else with what's left. And nearly every time, maybe a little tighter, maybe with less comfort, you handle it. And the first time you do, something shifts. You realize the 20 leaving didn't break you. You realize you had more control than you thought. Do that 10 times and you got $200, and 200 changes something. Not because it's a fortune, but because it's proof. It's the first real evidence your brain has ever had that you are a person who saves. Now let me give you the 3 reasons this actually works when everything else failed you. And I'm going to start with the one that matters most. Reason 1, it changes your identity, not just your balance. Most money advice completely misses this. The real problem was never math. It's the story you keep telling yourself. I'm bad with money. I always spend it all. I've tried and failed before. That story runs on autopilot, and your actions just follow it. Every single time you move that 20 and leave it alone, you're quietly rewriting it. I saved this month. I've saved for 3 months. I'm someone who builds things now. Identity changes slowly, but it does change. And once it shifts, everything else gets easier. Reason 2, it's small enough to start, but big enough to matter. $10 is so small your brain ignores it completely. 100 is big enough to trigger fear. 20 sits right in the sweet spot, real enough to feel, small enough that it never scares you off. It's the perfect number for building a habit from absolute zero. Reason 3, it gives you breathing room, and breathing room changes decisions. People with even a tiny cushion make measurably better choices. They take smarter risks. They stop making desperate moves just to survive the week. The $20 rule isn't only about saving money, it's about buying yourself the mental space to finally think clearly about it, maybe for the first time. So here's how to set it up so it actually sticks. Open a brand new account, not the one you already use. A fresh one, starting at 0. Name it something that means something to you. Freedom, future me, the vault. Something that gives you a feeling when you see it. And here's the part every expert gets wrong. Make the transfer by hand. On purpose. They'll tell you to automate it. Not this time. You need to feel yourself moving that 20. You need to watch that number climb with your own hands. That's how the habit forms. A computer doing it silently in the background can't build that connection. Only you can. And then, don't touch it for anything that isn't a real emergency. Not a sale, not a treat, not a night out when you're a little short. Real emergencies only. Because the discipline of leaving it alone is exactly what builds the new identity you're chasing. And when 20 finally starts to feel small, raise it. Try 30, then 50 on a good month. The 20 is the floor, never the ceiling. Let me be honest with you before you go. The $20 rule will not make you rich overnight. It won't erase your debt on its own. It won't fix everything, but it will do the one thing none of that can. It will prove to you and to nobody else that you are capable of building something. That money doesn't have to vanish the second it lands in your hands, that you are not trapped in the pattern you've been stuck in. Remember that guy in his car? A few $100s, one repair paid in cash. He said the money wasn't the prize. Going forward instead of backward, that was the prize, and that is available to you too. Not millions, not retirement at 40, just forward. Finally, quietly, forward. So start today. Open the account, move the 20. Do it before this video even ends if you can. Because your future self isn't asking you to be perfect. They're just asking you to start. And if this hit different for you, subscribe and send it to one person who needs to hear it. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for someone is simply show them where to begin.